Like, what is it doing? They're trying to get the attention of the political officials. I'm assuming like that'd be the only way that they want all this attention, right? They're doing something so out there that they're gonna get attention no matter what, through social media or through just the mainstream media. The people at the top do not give a fuck about what you gotta say. The motherfuckers making billions of dollars a year do not give a fuck about that painting.
To heat a tin of soup.
Okay, this is a generation that is completely bereft of decency, of morality. Here's the thing. It is indicative of something broader. When you see extremists who do extreme things, and then they are cheered for it by members of the media, for example, or when you see people who say and do things that are actual evidence of mental disorder, and those things are cheered by the President of the United States, this says something deeper about the nature of our civilization and the value system that is being torn down. And that's what we are watching in real time right now. So we have a few of those flags that are atop the iceberg, that melting iceberg of Western civilization right now. So the first flag that cropped up over the weekend was yet another attack on a great work of art. This time, apparently, Claude Monet has become the latest artist to be the focus of food-related climate protests, according to the UK Guardian. Members of a German environmental group threw mashed potatoes over one of his paintings in a Potsdam museum on Sunday. So we have video of this. It is a painting that is worth apparently $111 million. It's, again, all works of art sit atop a structure of civilization. Right? Those works of art are the outgrowth of the civilization, and so they are hallmarks of that civilization. So you have these German environmental protesters throwing mashed potatoes all over this work of art, and they say, people are starving, people are freezing, people are dying. They glued themselves to the wall. We are in a climate catastrophe. And all you are afraid of is tomato soup or mashed potatoes on a painting. You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid because science tells us, says this German moron, that we won't be able to feed our families in 2050. You're not going to have a family. Does it take mashed potatoes on a painting to make you listen?
How much crime do these motherfuckers get? I've been seeing this shit constantly on my Twitter and for like the past week or two. First it was with the tomato soup, and then this, and then they were spraying that orange. I'm colorblind. I think it's orange. They were spraying like that orange spray paint on the Aston Martin dealership. They went and did it to another dealership that I saw. Two people, they're sitting in fucking traffic in the UK, getting drug off by civilians. I just saw another motherfucker glue his fucking head to a painting. What are these fucking art museums doing? Just letting motherfuckers walk in with this shit. Like, check them up. I guess you can't check their bags for some super glue. I don't know, but like, there has to be some penalty for this shit. Like, a lot of jail, some big ass fines, $111 million ruined. I don't give a fuck if you're stealing it or not. That's gotta be theft in some aspect, right?
This painting is not going to be worth anything if we have to fight over food.
I heard that this painting is perfectly fine though, but I don't know about the other ones. Especially the one where he glued his head to the painting. What a fucking idiot.
Well,
he didn't just glue his head to the painting. He glued his head to the painting and had tomato soup dumped on him. If I can find a clip, I'll add it here.
First of all, you shouldn't waste your mashed potatoes. But second of all, there are so many questions here. One, where the hell is security? Where's security? Right? People are standing around and these morons walk into the museum with the Monet painting, wearing orange vests and presumably carrying a canister of mashed potatoes, and they just freely do this with a videographer who's taking tape of all this. And of course, this is not the first protest like this. Just 9 days ago, there was an attack on a Van Gogh painting. And again, environmental idiots decided that they were going to glue themselves to the wall below a Van Gogh painting after throwing tomato soup at the Van Gogh painting.
Yeah, that's when I was just
of decency.
They might have like some good points behind what the fuck they're standing for, but the way they're going about it is so bad.
Of morality.
Nobody is looking at this like, you go, you do that. Yeah, stick it to the man. They're looking at you like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? They're looking at y'all like your organization is fucking crazy.
They're vestiges. I'm not going to blame the entire generation. But what we have here is a civilization that does not know its way, does not know why it is, what it is. And now you have people who are tearing this down, because let's be frank about this. This is not about the environment. No one here believes that by throwing mashed potatoes on a painting, they are going to magically cure climate change, or that this is going to win friends and admirers. That all over the world, millions of people are going to say, those heroes who threw mashed potatoes on the Monet, they have now caused me to give up the fact that coal and gas are more efficient than solar and wind. That's not going to happen. And they know that's not going to happen. It's about the destruction. It is not about building anything. It is not about a better world. They're not going to school to learn how to create better tech, to cure the climate crisis. They're not figuring out how to geoengineer. They're not doing something productive. They're doing something destructive because the barbarians are about the destruction. They're not about building anything new. They're not about the utopia. Again, many of the people who were destructive in the past were destructive, at least you could say this for them, because they wish to build something better. These people don't wish to build anything better. They just wish to destroy. Because again, the painting is, in fact, there's a reason they're targeting these paintings. And it's not just because they're beloved paintings. It's because they're beloved Western paintings. You don't see them going after expensive objects that are, for example, from colonialized parts of the world. The idea is you have to go after the great works of art of Western civilization because those Western civilization pieces are indicative of a broader evil. We'll get to more on this in just. And then you have members of the media who celebrate this sort of stuff. You have Eileen Getty writing for the UK Guardian saying, I fund climate activism and I applaud the Van Gogh protest. Two climate activists who threw soup on the protective glass covering of Van Gogh's Sunflowers painting have captured the attention of the world. While some have ridiculed the activists, as a funder of climate activism, I'm proud of the bigger conversation they've started. The bigger conversation. By the way, Getty is the daughter of the Getty family. I'm the daughter of a famous family who built their fortune on fossil fuels, but we now know the extraction and use of fossil fuels is killing life on our planet. Our family sold that company 4 decades ago. I instead vowed to use my resources to take every means to protect life on Earth. I proudly provide funding to the Climate Energy Fund, which in turn makes grants to climate activists engaged in nonviolent legal civil disobedience, including Just Stop Oil, the group the activists represented. So you now have, this is, again, indicative of deeper ills. The scions of companies that were built and created massive wealth and prosperity on planet Earth. Now, their fourth generation great-great-great-grandkids, those kids are now funding people to throw mashed potatoes and tomato soup on iconic works of art.
Like, what is it doing? They're trying to get the attention of the political officials, I'm assuming. Like, that'd be the only way that they want all this attention, right? They're doing something so out there that they're going to get attention no matter what, through social media or through just the mainstream media. The people at the top do not give a fuck about what you got to say. The motherfuckers making billions of dollars a year do not give a fuck about that painting. That $100 million painting, fuck it. That's 10%. That's taxes. I'll get that for another. Fuck that. I don't care. And they don't end up pay for it regardless. Like, it is nothing to them. They're going to keep raking in this money. They're going to keep laughing at y'all doing this shit. And the only people y'all are harming is our grandchildren, our descendants from our generations, to not see what the fuck we've got to see, to not appreciate the art that we get to see. Me, I don't really give a fuck about art, but the people that do, you know?
And this is the thing that they are pushing. It is all about the destruction. And here's the thing, we're supposed to celebrate the destruction, and this is true.
And then also with the whole traffic protest, you are doing nothing but losing people's jobs, getting them in trouble, making them lose money, wasting their gas, putting more carbon monoxide in the air. You are doing nothing but being a nuisance to society. If you want to do something, go protest out the fucking Buckingham Palace. Go protest out fucking the White House. I don't really know where the fuck to go. I don't really care to fucking protest like that. But if you're gonna, if you care that fucking much to change some shit, which I doubt that any motherfucker's gonna change, then go somewhere that you can change it. Throwing fucking food at paintings and talking about how we're gonna starve in 50 years is stupid. Like, it's counterintuitive. You're wasting food.
In literally every arena of life. The destruction is the point. The destruction is not a byproduct. It's not an accidental byproduct of you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. They don't care about the omelet. What they care about is the breaking of the eggs. The eggs must be broken. The goal is the destruction. This is true when it comes to any piece of important Western work. This is true particularly with regard to really, really important things, not just like great art, but also with regard to, for example, sex roles. And the notion that there are men and there are women, and that there is such a thing as traditional moral sexual behavior. These are seen as things that, these are the building blocks of civilization. All of civilization is built on man, woman, child, family formed unit. This unit as the basis of all society. And this is not just a Western thing. This is true all over the world. But the left in the West has decided that those structures are incredibly restrictive. And so those structures have to be destroyed from within. And they celebrate the destruction. And our entire society has learned to celebrate the destruction. Alrighty, guys, the rest of the show is continuing now. You're not.
Yeah, I was about to end that. I don't disagree with what he's saying, but it really didn't have anything to do with the whole vandalism of this protest and shit. So I was gonna end it. But yeah, please y'all like and comment and subscribe to your boy. I need subscriptions. I'm getting my watch hours down. I ain't got my subscriptions though. Please, if you're watching, please subscribe. I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to even start to get like verified so I can actually upload better content to YouTube. But please subscribe. And with that being said, deuces.
The life that I'm living so rad. Spanking these bitches, they calling me daddy. Ain't hating if she ain't giving head. Ain't hating if she ain't got a fatty. They say time is money, gotta move fast. Gotta slow it down so I roll a fatty. I don't fuck with new niggas, so if you ain't my nigga, go ahead, get the